Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So, today we have a battle against Luna, and so yeah, looking at their team on the side there, looks to be pretty interesting. Actually looks like a mono-normal team, which is definitely something you don't see every day, so that's definitely an interesting one. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I used in the last game here, so yeah, this seems like it could actually be a pretty interesting game here. So, what do we want to lead with in this one? Um, hmm, that is a good question. I feel like we actually lead with the Bronzong in this one. Seems decent. And yeah, we'll go ahead and see how that works out. All right. So, it looks like he is going to go ahead and lead with the Staraptor as we led with the Bronzong. So, or is this the Staraptor? Because there is a Hisuian Zoroark on that team. So, this very well could, in fact, not be the Staraptor. So, bearing that in mind, I think what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and throw some screens up early here. I think we'll go for the light screen first to get the special defense increase. We'll just see what he wants to do. So he does just U-turn. Does do some pretty decent chip damage to us because this thing is Life Orb, so it will actually take some Life Orb recoil and, of course, give him the pivot. So that was obviously, in fact, the Staraptor. So that's good to note for later that it took some Life Orb chip there in trying to determine when the Hisuian Zoroark comes in. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Porygon Z as we are going to go for the light screen. So that is going to get us that special defense increase for several turns here. So we always have to be considering until we know for sure that any of these Pokemon could in fact be the Hisuian Zoroark. So we have to bear that in mind. Given that we have the special defense increase, and this thing is more than likely going to hit us on the special side, I feel like we can pretty freely go for an Iron Head here to get some chip damage on this thing. So we're going to do just that, as he does go for a Shadow Ball. Now this might be the Hisuian Zoroark, we'll find out. That does do quite a lot of damage to us, but we do survive. We go for the Iron Head, which takes this thing down by a little more than 50%, and it does appear that it is the Porygon Z. So based on that damage output, I actually don't think we can take another Shadow Ball here. We do have a switch to the Shadow Ball, and that is the Kamala. So I kind of want to just come in with that. I want to save Bronzong for later, potentially. He could read this, but it is what it is if he does. We'll just come in with the Kamala there, as we have the Comatose, of course. Can't get status condition. Does go for the Shadow Ball again, which does not hit us, so that's good. So there's a chance this thing could be choice item, obviously, but we don't know, obviously, just yet. So in this situation, how do we want to play this? I feel like we could probably just U-turn here to get some momentum on our side. So I think I want to do that. If he switches out to the Hisuian Zoroark, the Rapid Spin would obviously be blocked. So we'll just U-turn here, see what he wants to do. He does go for the switch, so the Porygon Z could definitely be choice item in some way, as he is going to actually go directly into the Mouse Hold here as we go for the U-turn, which is going to do some decent chip damage to that thing. We are actually max attack investment on the Kamala, so takes that thing down by about a third, which is some pretty good damage, and then we do get the pivot out. So off of that, what do we want to come in with to face the Mouse Hold is the question. We don't really need to give this thing much of an opportunity to set up here. Probably the most obvious answer we have to this thing would be the Mimikyu. So yeah, in a way I want to do that, but in another way, I also kind of want to go into, you know what, we just won't overthink this. We'll just go Mimikyu. I kind of wanted to go into the Bronzong to get the other screen up, but I don't want to give this thing a chance to start setting up on us. So we'll go Mimikyu here, and so in this situation, we could obviously read a switch and go for either a Swords Dance or a Trailblaze, something like that. to try and set up. However, I kind of don't want to make that risk, because if this thing goes starts setting up like tidy ups or something, that could be bad news. So I feel like we just make the safe play and go Drain Punch here. We'll do that. It could hurt us, but yeah, it does just go for the tie up. No, so we made the right call. So this thing is going to tidy up, and that is going to give it the attack and speed increase, and we are going to hit it with the Drain Punch, which is just going to take it out. So definitely made the right play there, not over-predicting. We do get rid of the Mouse Hold and knock him down to 5 Pokemon, as we do take some Life Orb recoil damage. So that's pretty good for us. We'll see what he wants to come in with in response to that. It is going to be the Snorlax. So that thing comes in. And so, again, we really do have to be careful here, because this could be the Hisuian Zoroark. That's always going to be in the back of my head here, because the Hisuian Zoroark actually has a lot of valuable immunities against a lot of the sets that I have on my Pokemon. So I definitely don't want to accidentally give that thing a free turn. So I kind of want to just now switch to Bronzong, so I think I'm going to do just that. This could be the Hisuian Zoroark, we don't know. But we're going to find out now, as we will switch into the Bronzong. There it is. And this thing does Nasty Plot, so it is in fact the Hisuian Zoroark. So that's definitely bad news. Going to get that sharp special attack increase. And so, yeah, that's definitely not good. So I think we'll just try to go Iron Head here, but we don't live an attack from this thing. Definitely not, as it goes for the Shadow Ball. And that does, of course, finish our Bronzong off from that range, knocking us down to 5 Pokemon. And we do still, I believe, have the light screen up for the special defense increase, which is good. So I think what we want to do here, we have a couple of options as to how we want to handle this thing, because we do have the nice Focus Sash attack on the Venomoth, so we could do that to try and deal with it. I also think we could also go into the Kamala, because we do have priority, but I'm not sure how we want to play this here. How do we want to play this? Let's go for Kamala. We'll do that. Let's go for Kamala, because we do have the immunity to the Ghost attack, so if they don't have normal stab, this could be good for us as well. So I want to just check, because I think we do have we do still have one more turn of light screen, so we should be able to take, I think, an attack up through the light screen, because Kamala actually has pretty decent special defense, and we are max HP invested. So we actually are just going to go straight for a Sucker Punch here to try and catch this thing off guard. We do catch it with the Sucker Punch. It is enough to go ahead and knock this thing down to a Focus Sash, I think, probably. We get rid of the illusion, obviously. No Focus Sash, actually, but it is actually rocking Focus Blast, which is really unfortunate. It does connect, but we actually do survive it with 10 HP in the red, which is pretty amazing. And actually, that was pretty crazy, because that Zoroark got an epic 1 HP survive without the Focus Sash off of our Sucker Punch, even though we are max attack. So that's pretty crazy turn of events there. The only bad news is now he could easily read the Sucker Punch and do something else. But I feel like we just have to play it safe and Sucker Punch anyway, as we do go for the Sucker Punch, and it does fail. So probably going to Nasty Plot again. Yeah, there we go. So this actually is not the end of the world for us. It does get up to +4 special attack, which is scary in a way. But this thing can Nasty Plot all at once. We really have no reason not to just keep clicking Sucker Punch here, so that's what we're going to do. Gonna Nasty Plot probably again. Yeah, we fail on the Sucker Punch again, as this thing Nasty Plots up to +6. So this thing is sitting at +6 special attack here, which is a little bit scary. But at the same time, we can just keep clicking Sucker Punch, because I guess, I mean, this thing could try to PP stall us out on Sucker Punch, but I think we just keep clicking it at this point, so we are going to do that. There we go, Sucker Punch, and it is going to fail again, so this thing is going to... Okay, that's very interesting. So I think, yeah, he is actually going to try to PP stall us on the Sucker Punch, which is interesting. So we do have a few of them left. So let's do it again. Sucker Punch, is it going to fail? Yep, it is going to fail. Okay, so this is a very interesting turn of events, actually. So Uh, I can't say that I've ever actually experienced a situation like this before, folks, where they're actually PP stalling the Sucker Punch by continuing the nasty plot despite being at +6. So this is actually a pretty interesting turn of events. We'll just keep clicking Sucker Punch here. Maybe, yep, there we go. We get them this time because they didn't know that we were PP max, but we are, so we weren't not out of Sucker Punches there. So we do finally take the Hisuian Zoroark with a Sucker Punch and knock him down to, I believe, 4 Pokemon, that is. So that was a pretty interesting turn of events there, pretty comical situation. But Kamala comes through for us there. And always PP max your 5 PP moves, folks, definitely. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Star Raptor. So obviously we can Sucker Punch this thing, although it's not going to do a ton of damage. I don't feel like he probably has any. It's probably just a purely attacking Star Raptor anyway. So we may as well just Sucker Punch it for some damage. So that's what we're going to do as we go for the Sucker Punch. Do get some chip damage on that thing as it is going to U-turn, which will of course be more than enough to finish our Kamala off from that range. But that's okay. The Kamala did put in some mighty fine work in this one as we go down to 4 Pokemon. He's also going to get the pivot, of course, with the Star Raptor. So the good news about this is he will have to show first off the pivot KO, so that will allow us to bring in a matchup. So now he's going to go ahead and come in with Snorlax, the actual real Snorlax, as I think we definitely come in with Mimikyu here, just because we have, it is our only actual physical attacker left. So yeah, definitely going to come in with Mimikyu here, no question about that. So we do come in, and so we may be poised to do something decent with Mimikyu here, potentially. So I think we could take this chance to Swords Dance, which I kind of want to do. So we're gonna Swords Dance here, as he does stay in probably to break the decoy. So we go Swords Dance. We're gonna get that sharp attack increase as this thing is gonna Heavy Slam. So it's got Heavy Slam on deck, unfortunately. But it doesn't really matter because whatever attack he would go for would surely break the disguise. So now, knowing that he has Heavy Slam, we know we can't take one, so we pretty much have to just Drain Punch here, as he does stay in. We Drain Punch. It's actually not enough to take the Snorlax out, even at +2 Life Orb boosted, which is crazy. So the Snorlax survives. We take some Life Orb recoil. He does Heavy Slam, which does take us out and knock us down to 3 Pokemon. So that is unfortunate. But yeah, Snorlax is just too bulky, I guess. So now we have to decide what we want to come in with here. I feel like, unfortunately, with all of our physical attackers being down, that's kind of a problem. But how do we want to play this? How do we want to play this? How do we want to play this? I'm looking at Venomoth. But he does still have a Ditto in the back, which could be problematic. How do we want to play this? How do we want to... I don't know, actually. This is a tough decision. Let's go Suicune. This might be a bad idea, but we'll go into Suicune here. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but yeah, so we get the pressure coming into play. Is this thing within range that we take it out with a Surf is the question. I think Suicune actually does have the highest special attack of any of our Pokemon. It's pretty close between all of them, but I think we just go for a Surf and try to take this thing out. So we do outspeed, of course. Here's the Surf. Is it enough? Not enough to take the Snorlax out, as he does go for a Body Slam, which is going to get some chip damage on us. Then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So that actually looks to be, we did take that Body Slam pretty well. So if we wanted to, we could maybe start setting up Calm Minds here, but I'm kind of not comfortable doing that just due to the fact that they do still have the Ditto in play. So I feel like we just Surf again here. We'll do that. Yeah, because I don't want to start setting Calm Minds with the Ditto still in play. So the next Surf will be enough to take the Snorlax out, fortunately. So that thing goes down, knocks him down to, I think that's 3 Pokemon he has remaining there. So we do get some HP back with the leftovers again as well. So So yeah, looking pretty solid at this point, pretty even. We'll see what he wants to come in with in response. It is going to be the Star Raptor once again. So that thing comes in, and so yeah, we have a little bit of a choice to make here. We don't really have a good switch to Star Raptor, so I feel like we can take an attack from this thing. I'm not sure what attack he goes for. Maybe just pivots again. But I feel like based on the Pokemon he has left, we probably just keep spamming Surf. That's probably our best bet. So we'll just do that and see what he wants to do here, as he is just going to go for the Brave Bird for max damage output. We can take it. 22 HP in the red. Suicune hangs on, fortunately for us. Staraptor takes a ton of recoil, does survive the recoil, but will not survive the Surf from that range. So Suicune coming up big for us there, taking that attack from Staraptor as the Surf takes it out and knocks him down to 2 Pokemon. We get a little bit of HP back with the leftovers as well. So yeah, that definitely turned out in our favor 100% there. So now he is going to go ahead and come back in with the Porygon Z. So that thing is in. We know it probably outspeeds us, I think. But yeah, we can't really switch at this point. So I think our best bet here is to probably, I think we just click Surf again here. There's no reason to do anything else, as he is going to go ahead and bust out the Terra. So what is he Terra into is the question. It is going to be, that is Terra Normal. So as you would expect, I suppose, Terra Normal there for a mono normal team. Going to go for the Tri Attack here, which is going to do massive damage, obviously. That is going to be more than enough to finish the Suicune off and knock us down to 2 Pokemon. So I think in this situation, I think this thing's definitely choice, maybe Scarf. So I think our best play here certainly is to come in with the Venomoth. So we just have to kind of be a little wary, a little careful in this situation, because we have to know in the back pocket that his last Pokemon is the Ditto. So we definitely, I think, want the Ditto to copy the Venomoth, obviously, which is kind of the other reason I came in with this. So I feel like our best play here, Quiver Dance isn't really going to help us in the face of Ditto, so we just Bug Buzz. But the question is, do we want to Terra? I don't feel like we really need to go Terra Bug for the Bug Buzz to KO this thing, but at the same time, we're not gonna Terra the Camerupt, that's for sure. So I think we just Terra here for max damage output on the Bug Buzz, just to be safe. I think that's what we should do. So he does stay in. We go for the Terra here on the Venomoth, and we are of course going to go Terra Bug for that added damage output on the Bug move. So there it is. We should survive any attack this thing goes for, thanks to the Focus Sash, of course. He is going to go Tri Attack, so I think that is confirmation this thing is Scarf. But he goes Tri Attack, knocks us all the way down to the Focus Sash. But we do survive the attack, of course, because of it, as we are starting to push the edge of the timer here. We go for the Bug Buzz. It is Terra boosted, and it is enough to go ahead and finish that Porygon Z off, thankfully, and knock him down to just 1 Pokemon. So we're definitely coming down to the wire here, as his last Pokemon is going to be the Ditto. So this is going to be an interesting situation. Ditto comes in, it of course is going to go ahead and transform into our Venomoth, and if it is Scarf, which they usually are, it will obviously outspeed us. There's no reason for us not to. I mean, I guess we could click Psychic. We already know what's going to happen here, but we'll just go for the Psychic and see what happens. And see what he wants to do. Yeah, we already know these things are usually choice. And yeah, there it is. So he goes for the Psychic, which is going to, of course, be more than enough to finish us off from that range and knock us down to just 1 Pokemon. So the question, ladies and gentlemen, simply is this at this point, as our last Pokemon is the Camerupt. Can Camerupt one-shot this thing with a fire move? And if it can't, can we take 2 Psychics? We're going to find out. We're going to click Flamethrower. That's all we can do. We know this thing is going to outspeed us. So yeah, it all comes down to this. Can Camerupt pull through for us? He goes for the Psychic. How well do we take it is the question. We take it very well, actually. max HP investment, go for the flamethrower. It is enough to go ahead and one-shot the Ditto outright, and that is game. Alright, so we are going to win that one 1-0 against Luna, but that was actually a really good match. Very close, very competitive, very fun game, honestly. Pretty exciting one, too. And so, yeah, we were able to pull through there, thankfully, and take the win in that one, which is pretty awesome. So, but pretty exciting, fun game there. So, but yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.